Stan RadioStyle. Hope everybody out there's having themselves a great day. Letting go when frustration is winning. When it seems like we're kind of losing sight of the fact that first and foremost, rule number one in the game of manifestation, it's not because it's just a good idea, it's because it's needed. It's a necessary first step. You got to be enjoying life in general. You've got to be overall more or less on the happy side of life. If you find that you're more frustrated and grumpy, especially when it comes to trying to manifest what it is that you're doing, you've probably got a lot of contradicting thoughts, a lot of negativity, and those kinds of things, without a doubt, slow down our wheel of manifestation. Manifestation is essentially, it's like something you get going. I like to think of it like the big Price is Right wheel, right? For those of you that maybe see it, or maybe a big heavy kind of wheel. It's sort of hard to get moving, and it's sort of hard to stop moving. And once it gets going, it's going good, and it's cruising along nicely. And as it gets started, you can kind of do things like affirmations and things like that. You can do things to kind of get the speed going back up. And then when we do things like get negative, get grumpy, basically attempt to hurt ourselves with manifestations, and I mean that in the sense of, say, for example, you want to manifest your specific person. I love them. We're going to be together. And that's what I'm getting my wheel going on. And then all of a sudden you start you're like, oh my God, I don't have them right now. I don't feel them. We're not very close. I don't know if this is ever going to work out, right? We start going down those thought paths. And when we do that, we start putting the brakes on our manifesting wheel. We start sticking our hands up against it, try to slow it down. And we effectively slow it down. And in some cases we can stop it. And we can even start to manifest these negative things. Again, if you manifesting wheel is going quickly, it's not that it has to stop and then go backwards for you to manifest the opposite of what you want. That is not how it works. Manifesting wheel gets going when we start attempting to manifest something bad for us. Our higher selves basically try to start, universe, whatever, starts to put the brakes on it for us. Because now we're starting to manifest things quickly and we're going into a negative direction. So we're going to start manifesting these negative things quickly. So as a precautionary method, when we can't seem to control our thoughts, universe, higher self, whatever, one, it doesn't let us get it spinning too terribly fast. That's why manifestations don't happen instantly. Most of us don't have control of our thoughts sufficiently to manifest that quickly, because a lot of us, if something comes up or maybe their answer is no because we're trying to manifest a specific person, we start going down this negative path. And if our manifestations are happening instantly, oh my gosh, can you imagine the damage some of us would do if we allowed ourselves to just keep going down some of these crazy paths? So, rule number one, it's super important to be happy with life. If you're not enjoying where you're at in life without this thing that you're trying to manifest, if you're not happy without it, what you're doing is placing your happiness outside of yourself. And that's missing the whole entire point of what manifesting is. If you wish to change something on the outside, you change it on the inside. That's how it works. So if you're trying to get something on the outside to make you then feel good on the inside, you're chasing your tail, and you're not necessarily ever going to accomplish it. Doesn't matter how you want to or how you do things. If you're waiting for that external thing to happen to create the happiness, when what's needed to create the external thing is that happiness from inside and that peace and tranquility of where I'm at in my life and the fact that this thing is now happening or is in process or whatever we tell ourselves is coming to me, I'm coming to it, we're coming together, right? Whatever you state in your mind about manifesting, because it's not instant right now, and thank God for most of us, we would damage ourselves if it were. So it's not instant for a good reason. Okay, so that being said, that now means whenever you do a manifesting process, it's not immediately following. It might not be the following day either. It might take it a few days. It might take it a week. Doesn't mean it's not working. It just means it's not immediate, and it's not going to be. Not going to be. Not until we all sufficiently truly master our thoughts. And boy, there are probably very few people. I think Louise Hay even talked about how she felt she had hit 70, 75%, 78%, I don't know, something like that, where 78% of the time she was right on the money, being positive. But there was still at 22% of the time where, I stubbed my toe. You should have heard the curse word that came out of my mouth. So the whole process is trying to get ourselves into that happier space more and more and more of the day. So that being said, the important thing is also to remember, and this is probably point number 2, no matter what happens, you're going to be fine. This is going to work out. If you're trying to manifest something that's saving your life, like you're trapped in a box right now and you're trying to manifest someone to open the box up so you can get out. Well, yeah, I mean, that's a good thing to manifest. You're putting the right kind of energy into it, and it's probably going to happen very quickly. Not sure how you managed to get a laptop in there and ability to watch YouTube videos, but yeah, totally. Manifest your way out of that box for sure. Otherwise, everything's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It will, I promise. And what you're doing isn't bad. So if you're at that frustrated place, 'cause that's really the point of this video, if you're at that place where you're frustrated, remember, it's okay. It's normal to be frustrated. It happens a lot. Sometimes when you start manifesting something, you kind of manifest the lack of it first anyway. Neil Donald Walsh talks about that, as well as Esther Hicks and Neville Goddard. Just all over the place. They talk about how kind of what you are seeking, you sometimes get the absence of it first, or the catalyst, as they say, or the contrast of it. And so sometimes that's going to happen. It's perfectly okay. It's when we get so heavily fixated on that thing that doesn't seem okay that we start to do damage. So remember, things pop up. It's okay. They're going to. Relax about it. Now, if we're getting at that place where we're getting frustrated for any number of reasons, it's taking too long, I can't concentrate on this, I'm not happy with them right now, I'm angry, I'm whatever, like you're noticing even when you're driving, you're pissed off all the time, right? Like these are not good things. These are good indications that we're out of balance, that there's frustration at work. And a lot of times, especially when we're trying to manifest a specific person, that frustration can be largely due to us paying attention to the fact that we don't have what we want right now. And in that frustration, again, we start putting the brakes on our manifestation. That whole frustration component does us more harm than good. In fact, it does us little good. I mean, it can be a contrast, and from that standpoint, it shouldn't necessarily be frustration as much as yeah, I don't want that. Let's keep focusing on what we do want. But from the standpoint where we've finally reached frustration because things aren't happening quickly, there's a third party involved. I just did a video recently about the 6 reasons we attract the people to us that we are. If there's a third party, there's a reason for it. I recommend you watch that video. I will link that below. I think it was recent anyway in the history, but I'll link it below just to make sure that that is tied in there. But what happens when we get to that place? One of the best ways to kind of get past it is to stop doing the work for a day or 2. I've talked about it in the past for a week, but it depends. However long you feel. If you're really frustrated, yeah, give it a week. It'll be fine. And here's the thing that's really important. Universe doesn't punish you. It doesn't stop bringing you what you want. You punish you and you stop bringing you what you want. When you're frustrated, you're damaging yourself. It's not universe. It's not a choice by universe. It's not some power outside of ourselves that's saying, no, you've not done this properly. You must go back to go. Like you're not allowed to be here right now, right? It's not like that at all. If anything, it's the universe has laid out rules. Here's how it works. When you come here, you need to be able to, like, what you focus on is what you get, what you create, what you put more energy on. It's how it works. One of the ways things manifest magically in our lives is by putting attention on it. So if your attention is in a negative fashion and your higher self is well aware that that is not where you want to go, that it's the opposite of where you want to go, yeah, you're not going to get punished for taking a day or 2 off. In fact, you benefit yourself. You let go of the thing that's causing you all that frustration. You hopefully find that place again where you can be happy, where you can enjoy waking up in the morning. You've got something to look forward to doing, something fun going on in your life, something that is happiness already within you, and then you can enjoy more of the day. And then there's, of course, other things that happen that maybe not so great. It's part of what it is. There's growth, there's evolution, there's development. I mean, the 6 reasons we attract people to us, that covers all relationships, really. And so people are in our lives for a myriad of different reasons, and we are in their lives for a myriad of reasons. So it's more complex than a lot of us want to believe. A lot of us is like, it's just me pushed out. Yeah, but us pushed out attract certain things based off our energy, but also on top of that, we attract soul friends and family together to kind of interact with each other, and whoever's, queued up and ready to go to give them the experience they want, or vice versa. For the people will attract that, like maybe you work in customer service, and you're getting grumpy people all day, but the person right next to you on the cash register right next to you is not, well, maybe there's something about you. Maybe you're being grumpy and bringing out the grumpy in others. These things happen. It's an energetics. It's an ebb and flow. A lot of us want to frequently like point the finger and blame it. No, it's them. It's them. I'm doing everything right. It's obviously them, because otherwise things would be going smoothly. Again, you're putting it outside of yourself. If things are weird, it's happening inside ourselves. So that's where we need to find that peace. We need to find that clarity. Universe is not going to punish you in any way, shape, or form. In fact, you're doing more damage by thinking negatively, by trying to do it, even though I'm upset, angry, and frustrated. So give it a pause. Give it a pause for a cause. First off, you'll see things happen still. You'll still see coincidences because you've put so much energy towards it. But when you can calm the frustration down, when you can limit that nagging voice in your head a little, because now it's like, all right, I gave you what you wanted. I'm not interested now. I'm giving up for a day. I'm done. I'm throwing my hands up. Whatever. I'm going to walk over here and I'm going to reactivate my dating post, whatever your thing is, to tell the universe, hey, I'm fine. I'm letting go. I don't care. Whatever your thing is. Universe will respond in a great way. It always does. It'll show you something cool. It'll show you what you've been not seeing because you've been so focused on expecting to see something else. So many of us are trying to manifest signs to show us indications of something, when in reality we forget that the sign is actually an indication of the work we've done before. You don't manifest signs, you manifest something happening, and then signs occur that suggest that something is on its way. That's how it works. You don't manifest the sign. So when you're like, I want to see a pink butterfly, you're just manifesting a pink butterfly, and you're telling the universe that it means to me this. Okay, well, the universe is, gonna give you that thing, and it can mean whatever you want it to mean. The meaning is up to you. So the universe is like, okay. And if it's way off track, yeah, you probably won't get the sign. But if it's sort of on track, or if the way you're phrasing it's a little wishy-washy, universe will hop all over it. It will let you manifest the red butterfly. And the way you stated what it meant was so wishy-washy, universe is like, ha, now what? Because I just gave you a red butterfly that had yellow spots. Now what are you going to do? And you're just like, dang, I didn't really mention that. Does it count? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. You're manifesting a butterfly. That's what you're trying to do. Close enough. I think you manifested a butterfly, right? So again, manifest the thing you want, then you'll notice the signs come. So when we get out of our way, when we stop being frustrated, when we stop asking for signs all the time, and let things show themselves to us that aren't all confused with all this other chatter, all this other, I want to see a sign for this, all that other stuff that we put in our way, if we just turn it off for a moment and appreciate what actually shows itself, you will be amazed probably 90+% of the time. It will really amaze you probably 10% of the time. Sometimes it's just like, oh my God, I can't believe it. A lot of the other time it's just like, wow, this is super cool. So kind of use that letting go as a chance to get yourself into a better place. When you're better on the inside of yourself, things will start to seem better on the outside. When you're focusing on trying to create something, but all you can see is the negative and the haze and the smog and the nasty and the gross and the whatever, that's what you're looking for. That's what you're seeing. You're going to see more of it. You keep seeing more of it. Stop. Put the blinders on for a second. Close your eyes. Go in and meditate. Take a swim. Take a run. Go to the gym. Do something other than what you've been doing that's causing you frustration. It's not helping. It's slowing you down. It's killing your progress. And you're possibly going to manifest something you don't want. So again, it's not happening right now for a very good reason. Enjoy living, enjoy waking up, enjoy your life. Otherwise, you're missing the point. And remember, you're not going to get punished for going a day or two or a week or a month. You're not going to get punished. I promise you will continue to see things happen. Now, if you completely give up and start focusing on something else, yes, you can create a whole other something else. You still may get some snippets and things here and there, but when you stop really putting your focus on something, you stop really giving it power. You're no longer seeing it in your mind. You're no longer ever thinking about it, ever. And people talk about living in the end, and I still mean when you let go of things, you're still going to think of it from time to time. It's what you do with that thought when it pops in your head that matters. If it's like, oh, that restaurant, oh, it made me think of my SP, and I'm letting go right now, so, oh my God, I can't believe I thought of them. No, that's fine. You thought of them and be like, yeah, no, that'd be a fun place to go with them. And that's what I'd say to myself, and I'd keep walking on. I acknowledge the fact that I love them. I acknowledge the fact that they're going to, they're still something I enjoy, some part of my heart that I don't let go of. But at the same time, I'm not constantly like, so we got to be together, and I need to make sure I'm making enough money, and I need to make sure I'm doing it right. Like, we don't know. No. Relax. Let it unfold. Let it happen more organically. Stop worrying about all the little minutia, and you will start to find that happy place again. And then once you do, that's a good time to maybe get back into some of the creative aspects or the asking, or depending on what you're doing. But getting back into some of the techniques. Once you've calmed yourself, once you've gotten yourself back to that good place, once you've calmed yourself for a couple days, and then maybe even seen a couple really interesting things show up in your life that you didn't ask for. Oh my God, they just showed themselves and they relate directly to your SP or whatever. Oh no. Yeah, that kind of stuff will happen. So let it go. Let it, just push it away for a sec, and you should be good. It'll make it better. I promise. And it's okay. Universe is not going to get angry with you. I promise you. Promise you. You can say, Dan told me. That's fine. Tell the universe. Dan, universe has given me permission to say this. You can do this. Promise. Hopefully this makes a difference. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to my channel. Put the little bell icon next to that little bell. It's got a little ringy thingies that you can do. If you click on it a few times, you'll see different choices. And that'll turn the notifications on. So every time I got a new video, you will see it. Also appreciate if you like what I'm doing. One of the best ways to support my channel is to comment, to do likes, to share the videos, all those kinds of things. Watching them, of course, and watching other videos even while you're watching mine is always good too. So any of those things you can do are definitely going to be helping out my channel. And if you got friends that you think might enjoy it, please share away. It always makes a difference for me. Appreciate each and every one of you. Love you guys, and more great videos will be coming for you.